The latest Commander class figure is a bit of an enigma. While you could look at previous entries and say, yep, I see why they did that, to choose a character like Beast Wars Neo's Magmatron, well, that's just legacy for you. I had the Beast Machines release back in the day, and I liked it well enough, though I recall it being a bit frustrating to combine. And once you did get it combined, he wasn't as posable as I had come to expect. Needless to say, I'm very excited for this updated figure, so let's see what Magmatron has to offer.
If you like the content of this channel, perhaps you would consider becoming a member to support us. Seriously, why are you asking? If you want their resources, just take them!
Magmatron is composed of 3 separate beasts in his alt form. We have the Land-saurus, taking the form of the Giganotosaurus, the Sea-saurus, taking the form of a Elasmosaurus, and the Sky-saurus, taking on the form of a Quetzalcoatlus. And please don't ask me to say them again, or I'll start to whimper. The 3 beasts are very cool on their own, which is kind of surprising considering what they need to accomplish. The Sky-saurus is the simplest of the trio, but might actually be my favorite. With its fantastic color scheme of red, pink, gold, and some touches of silver, it looks badass, giving off heavy Rodan vibes. Its impressive wingspan and fantastic range of movement help make this piece a fun toy to menace little Maximals with. The Sea-saurus is a big old chunk of plastic with a fantastically articulated neck. While it's a bit disappointing that the neck sports some hollow parts, it's not the end of the world. Honestly, the universal joints are so fun to pose that I find myself not caring about the hollowness. They really did an amazing job on the Sea-saurus in particular, getting it completely sealed up with almost no robot parts showing. Finally, we get the Land-saurus. This is the biggest of the 3, as it forms the bulk of the robot legs and body. They did an amazing job on the legs for this piece. I love how the robot parts fold away to make it look more organic. They also did a really nice job integrating the weapon to form part of the belly. The original toy showed the robot chest here, but on this new edition, they managed to cover it up more. Really, I only have 2 gripes with the Land-saurus. One is minor, as they left a section of the back unpainted, so it looks a little odd. But the other is so weird to me, as you have this incredibly articulated dino mode that can get into all sorts of great poses, but the jaw barely opens. It's a shame really, as he would look fantastic roaring at his enemies. The 3 beast modes look fantastic together. The colors contrast beautifully, and I especially love the attention to detail in the sculpting. They look so good, one can imagine they'd look even better as one beast, right? Well, if you are bored and are running low on nightmare fuel, you can do just that. The 3 beasts can form together like a Cybertronian centipede, to form what the instructions refer to as a Magmasaurus, but is honestly more like a Magmorgy. This is something Magmatron occasionally did on the show, and I believe the original toy could do, so it's only right that this version can too. But I'll be honest, it might be too silly even for my taste. The Land and Sea-saurus form the body of this unholy chimera, while the Sky-saurus just kind of lounges on their back, like some sort of royalty being carted around. It's quite the sight, and probably worth doing once, then never again. But let's be honest, if you're buying Magmatron, it's for the robot mode. These 3 beasts combine to form one of the coolest robot modes in the history of Transformers. The combination sequence is intuitive, but also challenging. Land-saurus forms the legs and torso, Sky-saurus swoops in to form the chest and head, while Sea-saurus forms the back and arms. The result of this magnificent trinity is Magmatron himself, the multicolored mastermind leader of the Predacons, from Beast Wars Neo. This combined form is honestly stunning. The way these 3 very different beasts come together is almost seamless. I love how the claws of the Sky-saurus rest on his shoulders, while the beak sits perfectly in the center of the chest. Despite the Land-saurus's tail and the Sea-saurus's neck hanging off the back, it doesn't feel kibbly at all. It's honestly a fantastic blending of all 3. My favorite detail, though, is the back of the Land-saurus legs. The way these robotic parts come out of the legs to form pistons and hinges looks incredible. Magmatron is decently articulated in robot mode, though here is where I have an issue, at least with my copy. Every joint seems to be a ratchet joint, which is normally wonderful. However, the shoulders on mine feel very light and make a disturbing sound when I move them, like crushing a handful of Rice Krispies. I haven't had an issue yet, but I do fear for the future. Magmatron comes with a few accessories. Finally, we get some proper purple blast effects. Galvatron is pleased. He also comes with a fantastically sculpted sword that is for some reason made of rubbery plastic. I'm sure it's to prevent eye poking, but it's fine. He also has these red blades that come off the Sky-saurus wings. They are a bit dinky, but letter openers can be weapons too if you try hard enough. I'd say this feels like a lack of weaponry for Magmatron, but he just looks so frickin' menacing, I get the impression he doesn't need a lot of weapons to take out his enemies. Overall, Magmatron is an absolute treat. I truly love the look of this figure, and really hope this means a new big convoy is in the works for the future. Magmatron's obscurity might be a deterrent for some people, but it really is a fun and interesting piece to add to a collection, and offers a ton of value.
Did you like that video? Please subscribe. What are you doing? You're too polite. I just thought, subscribe or face my fury! Scourge, you're an Autobot. Oh, bite me.